more than that. Yeah, that was according to Musharraf.
This is literally an army of individuals. When we talk about that sort of a, well, it's an army.
That's correct. And don't forget that these Alqueda operatives were trained, you know, and financed by the United States and Saudi Arabia. United States and Saudi Arabia paid the money to train them. The Pakistanis did the training for them to go and fight the Russians. So after the war, they grouped themselves together. That's how they became the Arab Brigade. All those Arabs who went from Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Yemen, Sudan to fight, they coalesced.
Came together in a brigade.
And become, you know, this Alqueda with Zawahiri. And of course, you know, they believed that the United States abandoned them and abandoned Afghanistan after the war. And most of them were already anti-Western anyway, anti-American anyway, before they went over there. You know, they were influenced by three figures. You know, one was Hassan al-Banna, who founded the Muslim Brotherhood. You've heard about the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt and all over the Arab world. It was formed by Hassan al-Banna, and he was executed by the British in the 40s. Then another one is Sayyid Qutb. Qutb was also a Muslim Brotherhood, and his main contribution to Islam and influencing bin Laden and the rest was that he wrote a book about the social and political, you know, active influence of Islam. He was executed by Abdul Nasser in 1966 for, plotting to overthrow the Egyptian government.
The hatred toward Nasser.
That's correct. That's correct. Because the Muslim Brotherhood tried to assassinate Nasser once, and later they executed Qutb for being part of that group, you know, that opposed Nasser. Then the third was this Dr. Abdullah, you know, Azam, who's a Palestinian, you know, who became bin Laden's mentor in Peshawar. Himself was assassinated in 1989 by unknown figures. So these three men I've mentioned, you know, are likely to lead Alqueda in the future, or it might split as usual. But right now, what you have really is a kind of franchise, like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Every region
has its own agenda and rhythm, but everybody operating under
exactly. All of them have their own different agenda and groups, but one thing unites them is hatred against the West. You know, that's what unites them. So it's like a franchise now. So whomever becomes the leader, you know, becomes the leader of a multinational franchise of terrorists.
Last statement before we end, Dr. LMadu3. Do you think that this is might represent the beginning of the end of Al-Qaeda, or what?
No, I doubt it.
You think that it's going to still as influential and will be influential without Mr. bin Laden as it was?
Exactly. I still think it will be continue to be a multinational franchise of terrorists. You know, though they might not have a one central command, but they diffuse different regions. Like you have Alqueda in the Arabian Peninsula, you have Alqueda in North Africa, you have Alqueda in Afghanistan, Alqueda in Pakistan.
But you have to always remind yourself that they're still out there. Is that what we're saying?
That's correct, that they're still out there, one way or the other.
And of course, let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.